Man, Bill, I'll tell you, I'm not feeling so great, bro.
What's wrong?
I don't know, my stomach's just been really bothering me today.
What is it?
And I keep having these weird throbs in my chest.
Ah, sounds like diarrhea.
I don't know what it is, but it's really bothering me, man. It's like right here. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Oh,
Wait.
look, how cute.
Wait a minute. Wrong franchise.
I thought you were pregnant. Aww. It's a beautiful... Yeah.
Wrong one. We'll get to you later.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know they were born that way.
Take this thing.
Aww, Brad's a father. Or are you a mother now?
Now I gotta go sew my chest up. As we were not discussing, we are doing the Alien review today.
Ooh.
You know, it's funny because
This is a movie that came out in 1979, and it stars Sigourney Weaver as Ellen Ripley, and it is created, written, and directed by Ridley Scott, with creature effect inspiration from H.R. Giger himself.
I've also heard it pronounced Geiger, but yeah.
Most people are dumb.
Yeah. But great artist, unfortunately, he has passed away many years ago.
He is responsible for a lot of Gothic architecture, a lot of Gothic art, and the design is most famous of the alien creatures, the xenomorphs.
Yes, and a little fun fact, he had 2 bars. One was in Tokyo, and the other one was in his hometown in Switzerland. I can't remember the name of it, but he had 2 bars, all the decor.
There is one tidbit of interesting information for this film, and that is in 2002, the Library of Congress deemed it historically, culturally, or aesthetically relevant, and they are now going to preserve it, or well, they did preserve it, it's already been done, this, like I said, is in 02, preserve it in the National Film Institute for the rest of time. As long as human beings and the U.S. government's around, this movie will be preserved. Very few films get that honor.
Yep.
So,
And that's awesome.
Shows you the legacy of Alien.
Yes.
So, guys, alright, this is a movie that's been reviewed a million times.
Oh, yeah.
There's probably not a lot we're going to be able to put into it that you don't already know. But it's fun to talk about anyways.
It's a great movie.
So, let's get it started with the plot. And I'm about to tell you all about how a crew of space tow truck drivers got sent to a distress call and found a bunch of alien rapists and stalkers.
You are expendable. Goodbye.
True, that's the plot of this movie. They are literally tow truck drivers in space. They respond to a distress call. They find a bunch of alien artifacts, alien things, including a really big giant guy that everybody calls
the space jockey.
The space jockey. I almost said Hitcher, but that's another movie.
Way off.
Yeah,
way off.
For some reason, my brain just went that way. But yeah, space jockey, and he kind of looks like he's sitting inside of a giant potato, but that's just me.
I never saw the potato.
So this is a franchise that has spawned 3 sequels. So far, 2 prequels, but there's another one coming. And I'm not sure how many more are coming. And 2 spin-off films coupled with another franchise that we all know and love, Predator. It has spawned numerous comic book adaptations, thousands of toys, tons of novels, TV interpretations, mockumentaries, documentaries, salutes, just about everything. It's become a cultural phenomenon, just like Star Wars.
Everybody loves Alien. Their favorite alien rapist.
Maybe not as big as Star Wars, but
no, I don't think it's big as
Star Wars wasn't talking about raping aliens. Or is it the other way around? Aliens raping people.
I don't know. To them, we're the aliens.
You know what's so funny about that? A couple really cool little interesting facts about it. On the front of this cover, this is by the way, the classic VHS from the original box set that came out in
I forget when that. Here's the original box
1990 something. I'm not sure when.
The Alien Trilogy.
92. This box set came out in 92. This egg on the cover that is so famous in the alien world is a chicken egg. However, in the movie, the eggs in the movies were modeled after ostrich eggs.
Yep.
Completely different than this one. They look nothing like it. So I just thought it was funny that they kept that on there. Another cool fact is that the face hugger that you see inside of the egg moving around is actually Ridley Scott's hands like this going, and that's all it is. They made a egg out of fiberglass so you could see through it, and he stuck his hands up through the bottom and went, and that was it.
Magic fingers.
Magic fingers. You know what? Before we get to pros and cons, we're just going to talk a little bit about how much this movie resonates with us. I am one of the few people in the world that does not think of this movie as a horror film.
I do. I think it's a horror sci-fi.
To me, it's always just been sci-fi, but everybody else calls it a horror sci-fi film, so I throw it in there. But, personally, I've never thought of it as a horror film. It's not scary to me. It does have horror film tropes, basically we have a slasher film here. We have a creature that is killing people, hiding in the shadows, stalking the crew. And it's basically an alien slasher movie.
Except he ain't using a knife or nothing.
Exactly, he's just killing.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I still, even though we have all that, I guess it's just because I never found aliens scary. Well, so I just never thought of it that way. I was always like, oh, this is just kind of a darker Star Wars.
Well, now that you've mentioned that, I've actually thought of another little fun fact to throw out there. The cast of this film never even saw the creature before they were cast. Yep. And then Ridley Scott, I wish he had recorded this stuff so that he literally had Giger build a giant life-size version of the alien and put it in the corner where they walk through the door of his office and see it out of their peripheral, and they have no idea what this thing looks like, and he brought every cast member in one at a time, kind of like, oh, I just want to talk to you about the film and what we're going to be doing, and then they'd see this out of the corner of their eye, and they'd look over, and every last cast member jumped, literally out of their skin, and some of them even screamed.
And because of budgetary considerations on this film, the final alien product, the head is beautiful, marvelous.
Yes.
The body, they do well with the costume, but you can still kind of tell it's a guy in a costume.
Yeah.
The statue that was built for that meeting was just of what the aliens were supposed to look like.
What the vision of Giger was. Mm-hmm. And he built this thing not just out of plaster. Many people already know that he's not just a painter, he's also a sculptor. But he's a weird sculptor. He'll use anything and everything. This alien that he sculpted, life-size, he used cow bones for the ribs. Mm-hmm. He'll use anything he can get his hands on that he thinks will look good.
And for the original alien models and suits too, he used cow bones, he used animal parts, he used pieces of radiator hoses and car hoses and snake skin and all kinds of stuff. So it's very cool what they can do with this film, what they did with just such a limited constraint. I do have a small con that I'll get to later that he doesn't think is a con, but I do. But it's still amazing what they did. This movie, as I said, I never thought of it as a horror movie because I don't find it particularly scary. But also, I didn't see it in, 1985 when I was 4 years old or 5 years old.
Well, I think it came out in 85.
I'm just saying, it came out in 79.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have known anything or what it was until I was at least 5 years old.
Well, imagine. Let's put it this way.
I didn't grow up with this movie like some people did. I didn't see the first Alien film until I got to, I don't know what, 6th grade. You and I watched it. We had a party and we watched it, like a sleepover. It was you, me, and what was that kid's name? Logan?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, and we watched Alien. I watched it for the first time. I had never seen it till then. I mean, I was already old enough to, tell what's what, and...
Well, all I have to say is, let's travel back to 1979. I know you weren't born yet. I wasn't born either, but they had nothing like this in 1979.
The only thing
this probably scared the shit out of a lot of people.
And this came right on the heels of Star Wars. A couple years after Star Wars was released, Star Wars hit it big. Sci-fi films had never really done well until then.
No, they all looked really cheesy and...
So, and I want to get to my little gripe here, but I'm going to wait. We'll get to that later.
You just wait.
There was one more thing I wanted to say, and I can't remember what it is now. Regardless, I'll probably remember it here after I finish filming. Regardless of whether or not I personally think it's a horror movie or not, it is a beloved classic.
Yes.
This entire franchise is beloved by all of us. We all love Alien franchise. We all love it.
Oh, yeah.
We love every single film. Well, some of us love every single film.
I don't love every
I like 3 and 4. You don't? Fuck yourself.
I like 3 and 4.
I even kind of like the Alien vs. Predator movies. I thought they were...
Well, yeah, and those, yeah...
We'll get there later. And I still say that Requiem is a flat-out masterpiece. If
I
we could just see
Requiem.
the fucking movie. You can't see a damn thing. But anyways, we mentioned that before. I'll mention it again later, I'm sure.
Yeah. I've already mentioned the lighting in that film. I mentioned that back in Friday the 13th, part 1.
That's probably the worst lit film in all history of filmmaking.
Yes. I would have to agree. But
I guarantee
we're not there.
We're not there. It would be a great film.
We're not there yet.
Anyway, sorry. Isn't this thing fucking cool? Tell me that's not fucking cool.
Let me move that out of the way. Get the space in
That's
there.
just freaking awesome.
I can't remember. I think this came out in 2004?
And this one's badass too, but I never noticed that one's actually a bobblehead.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Boing, boing. It's got a little plaque here, and this is actually the way this came. Yes, 2004, and it's by 20th Century Fox Film Corporation. No, that's not... Hollywood Collectors Gallery. This one is actually by the Hollywood Collectors Gallery, and it came out in 2004. Oh. But yes, very beautiful piece, and it actually came this way with the case on it.
And we can also thank this franchise, and we can thank this movie especially, for introducing us to 2 humongous influences in our lives.
Yes.
Ridley Scott.
Yes.
And Sigourney Weaver. And now Sigourney Weaver was an established actress already. Somewhat.
Somewhat, yes.
But for us, for sci-fi horror fans, she gave us Ripley.
Yes.
The most badass final girl of all time.
Yes.
I mean, not my personal favorite. My personal favorite is Laurie Strode.
But she's
Ripley is the most badass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real. I mean, so... Oh, I remember what it was that I wanted to mention. When we were talking about them coming into the room and seeing the alien out the corner of their eye.
Yeah.
Something else that Ridley Scott did not mention to anybody was how the chest bursting scene would work. Everybody thought it was going to be added post-production. Nobody knew it was coming. They rigged up the model. They did everything. And when it burst, it literally burst and sprayed the entire cast with real... And they used... I believe somebody told me this. May have just been a rumor. I was told they used cow's blood. Told that. I don't know if it's actually true or not.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, though.
But it sprayed them, and all of their reactions were genuine. The girl, let's see if I can find her.
Oh, yeah, the really skinny,
short-haired
chick.
She literally started crying afterwards and went into hysterics.
I could kind of see it.
I still say, you guys just saw that ship a second ago. I still say it, even when I watched, what's it called the other day? Prometheus.
Yeah.
It looks like a horseshoe, doesn't it?
It does look a little bit like a giant horseshoe, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
But
But
anyway,
again, that was designed by Geiger.
yeah, all the alien stuff was designed by Geiger. The human ship stuff was designed by, what was his name? Todd something. Oh, I forget his name. I just forgot it. Anyway, doesn't matter. This film also stars Yaphet Kotto, who is an awesome actor, in my opinion, good character actor.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd have to say all the actors in this were really good. It's a really good cast.
it stars Tom Skerritt. And I know this is going to make a lot of you people probably make fun of me, but my favorite Tom Skerritt role is in the chick flick, Steel Magnolias. He's funny as fuck in that movie. When he's making fun of the old lady, it's fucking hilarious.
Only you would go to a chick flick.
Hey man, I was raised by a single
While
mother.
we have a horror.
I was raised by a single mother. That was her favorite movie. I saw it a lot, okay?
Alright, I'll give you that.
All that being said, we're going to jump into our pros and cons, and we're going to start with cons because we don't have a lot, honestly.
There really isn't a lot for this film. It is literally one of the masterpieces of a film.
I honestly don't even have a lot of pros with this movie either. I guess the reason that I say that is this is one of those movies that is just basically classic. It's been seen so many times, we all know everything that's going on in this movie.
Yes.
And we all love it so much that there's nothing I can really point out that's, I mean, there's a few things, but like, I love the whole movie. The whole movie is a pro. I mean, this entire film is a pro. That's what I'm talking about, basically. It's, I could say, oh, I love this, I love that, I love every single part, but then it would take me forever. So I did bring out some things that I really wanted to touch on. But that's what I mean when I say I don't have a lot of pros to talk about. That being said, my one con. As I said, this film came on the heels of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it even had some of the members of the Star Wars special effects team working on this film. I understand they had a limited budget. So did Star Wars.
Yes.
I understand that it was still 1979.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting, Phantom Menace CGI looking effects. Not expecting that.
In fact, I think CGI is a little overrated.
But there are some things in this film I don't like the computer systems. That I think it looks like one of those the dot things where you put in the paper and the old back computers from the 1960s.
Oh yeah, or
that's what they remind me of.
Windows DOS.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. There's a space jockey. See?
Oh, there's the jockey. I don't think it looks like... How does that look like
either that
fucking...
or a dildo?
Actually, I'll go with the dildo because of the big pointy gun.
I'm talking about just this right here. Just right here. Anyways.
Wait, you're just talking about one part of the fucking thing?
Yeah, I said he's sitting in the potato.
It's a seat.
Anyway, shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Hey, it's a space jockey.
Whatever. There actually was some controversy about that too. Some people said that they ripped off an old vampire movie. And I forgot the name of it. Because it looks kind of like, the space jockey looks kind of like that. But I have this feeling Geiger never even saw that movie when he designed it.
I don't think he ever did either.
I mean,
he's
I don't know.
Swiss.
But
was Swiss.
Anyways, back to my con here. The place where it's most prevalent is in the mother room. It looks like a giant light bright. And I just don't like that. Come on, man.
I like light brights.
The original computer systems in the Star Wars galaxy weren't, huge. They still had, it looked like, simple screens and things like that. But they could have done a little better than light bright. I mean, come on.
I like the light bright.
Put some chrome in there at least. Paint it silver. Something to take away from that look.
What color was that room? It was like cream.
Taupe. Yeah, it was like taupe or something.
Cream color.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that and honestly, guys, it's my only con. And it's a tiny little con.
It's very nitpicky.
Okay. All the rest of the things I want to talk about in this movie are pros. That being said, well, I don't know if I should... Yeah, I'm going to say no, fuck it.
Yeah, do it.
It's still not my favorite in this franchise. My favorite...
Don't say it yet. That's for the ranking.
Alright, I won't say it. It's not what you think.
Look at that. He wants to do the ranking already. We're only on the first fucking film.
Hey, maybe we should next franchise we should do it ass backwards. We do the ranking first, then we do all the reviews.
That'd be kind of funny, actually.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Okay.
It would. Alright.
Speaking of which, did you watch that Spirit Haddonfield I told you to watch?
Oh, haven't had the chance yet.
You guys go and watch Spirit of Haddonfield, then go
Sorry.
check out my reviews. I dropped 2 of them. One is a
Haven't
review
changed.
reaction with no spoilers for those that haven't seen it. The other is a in-depth review, just like my other reviews, where I talk about the movie. Spirit of Haddonfield, it's on YouTube for free. It's a 19-minute film, 16 minutes if you don't count the credits. If we can get YouTube going, maybe we'll watch it later tonight.
Yeah,
So,
maybe.
It's only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Anyways, enough of my self-promoting.
Well, you weren't self-promoting yourself. You were promoting somebody else. So. It's
Well, I'm
still...
also promoting my reviews too, so.
Oh,
Oh, and
okay.
by the way, go watch our fucking Maniac review. That's a damn good review.
Hey, it's not our best review. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
no,
that.
I like that review. I thought it was good. And it's only got 59 fucking views. That's fucked up, man. Go watch my movie. I'm just playing. You guys don't have to.
Yeah, yeah.
You can if you want, though.
We'd appreciate it.
No, I'm just kidding.
All
Anyway,
right.
I know I've been putting out a lot of shit lately, though, so it's probably my fault. I put out like 30 videos in like the last 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, and he's still got more to go.
Yeah, and I'm not even doing that every video on the day of October. See what I'm doing in my eye here? That's a wink. I'm not doing that 31 videos in October. I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay.
What's your con?
Oh, yes. I believe I only have 2 for this film.
Now,
Now,
you talk.
alright. Now, when we watched this, we watched not the theatrical version from '79, we watched the special edition version. And that's one of my cons, is don't touch the theatrical version. I did not care for the added scenes in the special edition. I did not care for them.
Oh, shut up.
I did not care for those.
Aside from a few
You do
minor
not
things,
touch our classic.
aside from a few minor things, the special editions.
Oh jeez, let's have George Lucas put more CGI into.
Hey, aside from a few little things, the special editions of Star Wars are better than the originals.
Oh, we got CGI. Ooh, CGI,
Yeah, I know.
CGI.
Crucify me, guys. Crucify me.
I hate CGI.
I don't. I like CGI if it's done well.
If it's done well.
And George Lucas
but
can do it well.
Don't touch movies like this where you don't need CGI.
Come on, tell me the addition to the Sarlacc pit wasn't badass.
It sucked.
No.
We got this
That was
thing
badass.
that looked like a sock puppet coming out and trying to eat people.
That was badass.
Now this one at least
Oh.
they...
That thing shook.
Yeah, because the table's uneven in the
No,
middle.
I'm talking about inside. I thought it was like bolted to it.
No. Okay, anyways. But this movie, they didn't do any of that CGI bullshit.
Yeah, all they did was to put some cut scenes back in.
Yeah, and I can see why they cut them.
They really didn't add anything. They weren't
didn't
bad.
add anything, and it's already perfect. Don't touch it.
Some people like that, though. We like seeing that little bit of extra shit, you know.
I want to see it in the deleted scenes. That's all I need. In the deleted scenes. Don't stick it back in the film. Alright.
It's okay by me. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of seeing things with things put back in the film,
Yeah.
I did my Halloween 5 review last night. Well, no, I didn't actually do the review. I watched Halloween 5
Yeah.
to prepare.
Okay.
And of course, I know all about the Halloween series, but still, I look it up online. I see what I can find, some good, information. Do a little research so I know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about fully.
Okay.
Come to find out, and I never really thought about this. Halloween 5 had to be taken down on its violence, gore, and blood, or else it was going to get an X rating.
Oh, wow.
There is a complete, uncut copy of Halloween 5 before they cut it for the rating.
Okay, where is it?
It's never been released.
Where is it?
The studio has it. Miramax, Mustafa Akkad, somebody has it, and I would love if they released that. Same thing with the Friday the 13th Part 7.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I would make that movie not so forgettable.
Yeah.
But I found
Maybe
out
that
that
one-
there is still an intact copy of the original film. And you know what? I probably should have saved that for my Halloween review. But whatever. We're talking about this now, and it makes No, it was relevant.
Yeah, with deleted scenes and everything, you know. Yeah.
What's your next con?
Okay. My other con in this film. Why the fuck are we looking for this fucking cat? It's a fucking cat. It's a fucking cat. I know you love your pets. I love mine too, but if I've got this giant thing that's 2 meters tall trying to eat me, I'm sorry, kitty. I would throw the cat at it. I wouldn't be looking
so
for it.
in other words, Cujo's fucked.
Yeah, all my dogs are fucked, but they put up a good fight.
At least they'll give you time to get away.
Yeah, they'll give me time to run away.
And just remember, if you and I are together, you don't have to run faster than the alien. You just have to run faster than the guy next to you.
Yeah. Or just shoot him in the knee.
That's what I was going to say. That's why I'm shooting him, because he could probably run faster than me.
I would cap him in the knee. We both got the same thing going on, so I guess we
I'm heavier, and I'm probably not as fast as he is, so...
Could you imagine that? We both are in a situation like that. We both pull a gun out, we both cap each other in the kneecap right away.
I forgot to button my button back after my...
You motherfucker! You shot me in the knee! Well, you shot me too! We're fucked. Quick! Bill and Jeremy still both have one good leg!
No.
Let's hop!
I'm gonna human shield your ass. I'll be like, here, bite him while I'm backing up. Eat him!
Yeah, you still got a bullet in your knee.
I know, I'm gonna be like...
You die very quickly afterwards.
Yeah, I know.
I'd see you in hell right after that. And we'd be choking each other there at the gates of hell. You motherfucker!
I'm going to heaven when I die. I don't know about you. I got the power of Jesus in my life.
Keep telling yourself that. Okay.
Any more cons?
No. That was my last con.
Alright, well then I'm going to start us off with pros.
Alright.
I got to give a big nod to Ridley Scott's directing here.
Of course.
If we're going to classify this as a horror movie, this is the perfect balance, just like Halloween and Halloween 2. The perfect balance of that slow burn mixed with slasher fun.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect balance. They use suspense, they use lighting, they use atmosphere, and they use music.
Yes, music is very important.
Completely set the tone for this film. Just like in the original Halloween, if you were to take that out, the music out, it might not work as well.
Yeah. But the music works very well here, and music is so important in any film to set the mood.
And
it could be a horrible ass film, but the music could make it better.
And as I said, I personally have never considered this a horror movie. Alright, it's a horror movie. But
Horror sci-fi.
I've just never felt that way because I never found it scary. But I do find it intense as hell. And
maybe
I'm just a very desensitized kind of person. That's all it is. I'm just.
Would you consider it maybe a sci-fi thriller?
Okay, if we look at it from the bones of the film, if we look at it like that, if we look at it as this is basically a slasher movie set in space, it's a horror movie.
With a creature.
It's a flat-out horror movie.
Yeah.
It's a creature feature. It's a slasher movie.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn suspense film. It's got it all. It is a total package horror movie.
It is.
Just because I never found it scary, I guess, does not negate that point.
No,
it's just the way I've always, I personally have always kind of felt about it. I've always just kind of labeled it sci-fi.
Okay.
But, you know, that's why it didn't make it into the books when I ripped all my horror movies out of the cases and put them in books because I thought it would save space.
Yeah.
Well, that and my box sets of this are really cool, and I didn't want to put them in a book.
Yeah. Okay. My first pro, I'm going to go with H.R. Giger. He was, rest in peace, my friend, he was a great artist.
And we're just going to talk about it now and go with it.
Yeah. I've seen pictures of his home in Switzerland. He literally lived in a castle.
There's a documentary about him, or there was. I don't know if it's still there on Netflix.
Yeah.
He was still alive. He's in it. And they show his house. They show all that stuff. I remember you had, aside from Aliens, my big exposure to him was that book you had.
Oh,
with all the chairs and all the cool stuff he did.
Yes,
I want that dinner table set, man. That thing is sick.
Yes, and that's where it's even got pictures of the bar in there, the two bars, and many pictures of celebrities sitting in chairs. from the bar.
His most noticeable, his most famous creation of all time is probably this one right here.
The
Xenomorph. We have to give him credit for it.
Yes.
I mean, it is just flat out amazing. If you look at the other side of this thing, there is actually a hose that goes here all the way down to the back of his head.
Yep.
Now, that's because it is made to look just like it did in the original concept.
This was not cheap. This was not cheap when I bought it. I don't know how much it's worth now.
Who knows?
God only knows, and I don't care because I'm not looking to sell. It's for my personal collection.
I'll sell it to you. I'll give it to you right now, $20. Come on down.
You're high. Are you high right now?
He won't know. Don't worry, I got keys. He'll be gone. He goes to go to work sometime.
Yeah, guess I'll be redoing the tripwires. And throwing some caltraps out. Or caltrops. Trops is what they're called.
Whatever they're called. My next pro is the acting in this film.
Yes.
The entire crew, I call them crew because they're the crew of the shit, but I mean the cast, does really well.
They're phenomenal. Yes.
Okay, first off, Sigourney Weaver as Ripley. Amazing. But, in my opinion, she doesn't really come into the character till the next film. But
I'm going to give that to you. I think
we're getting our introduction.
Gets more into that.
She's more center stage in the next film.
Yes.
More center stage, more about her.
Yes.
Help me out with the name here, buddy. The android. Was that Tom Hurt? Tom Hurt played him?
I think it was Hurt. But yes. This is
biting me.
That's just the baby that I threw in the trash.
You fucker. I told you to kill that damn thing.
I'll put it
It was from the wrong franchise anyway.
I'll put it in the
garbage. How the hell did a freaking predator pop out of my stomach? It didn't even come out of my chest. It came out of my stomach.
But anyways, this is one of my
It was John Hurt, right? Tell me.
I think it's Hurt.
Yeah.
I think it is.
And
let's do we have the cast back here?
I also love the fact how you didn't know he was an android till the end.
Yeah, John Hurt. You got it right. John Hurt.
I just couldn't remember which one he was.
Wait, yes. This is one of my pros as well, is the cast. The entire cast is awesome.
And he goes crazy in the movie. Which seems to be a theme in this franchise.
A lot of people do go nuts.
The androids.
Yes, the androids are there. They are there in all of the films. Yes. They've been in every single one of them. The androids have been always there, except
Was there an android in 4 and 5? Or 3 and 4?
Yes.
I just guess I don't remember it.
Yes, there was.
I remember the 1 and 2, and I remember Prometheus, and of course...
and then Covenant, yes. The only ones that didn't have an android were...
There was 1 and 4, I remember that now, because she didn't like him.
Yes.
Yeah.
My next pro is the lighting in this film. The lighting was done very well in this film. It is a darker film in a lot of aspects, but there are parts where it's very bright and parts where it's not very bright. But they did it well with the lighting. They meant it to be that way, that those corridors, they're supposed to be well lit up and bright, and then you get down like where the two engineering guys are fixing stuff, and it's not well lit. It's dark, like a crawl space almost. But they didn't make it so dark that you can't see what's going on.
All right.
It's very well done as far as the lighting. The lighting is well done in this film.
And I kind of mentioned that with how I loved how they did this movie with the atmosphere and all.
Yes.
And the uses of lighting. It's definitely a pro for me. I didn't sign it out as a specific pro, but it is part of.
I will because
it's part of what I had already mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love the lighting in this film. I think it's done very well. Dude, I never noticed before he's wearing lingerie. Oh my God, he is. Look at this. He's wearing lingerie.
What the?
Whatever that shit is, he's wearing fucking lingerie.
Okay, everybody, take a look at this. He's wearing lingerie.
I never noticed before he's wearing fucking lingerie. What the fuck?
That is
really weird.
That's creepy.
Yeah. That must be space clothes. Kind of like in Jason X, how all the kids dress like they were from 1996.
Yes. Yes.
My next pro is that I like that there's a little bit of commentary in this film on the human nature. We have two characters who don't think they're getting their fair share of the contract.
Yeah.
And they flat out don't even want to answer the distress call because of it. They're saying they didn't sign up for that.
Smart.
Shows smart, yes, in the context of what happens, but it shows their greed, it shows their lack of willingness to help, and it really shows the baser sides of human nature. It also shows with the android and Ripley that side of human nature that can be conniving, because these androids are based on human behavior.
Yes.
So it shows that part that can be conniving and devious and deceptive. And I really enjoy that. A lot of films try to do that nowadays, but they do it to pursue their political agendas.
Yeah.
And it just comes off as really crappy and really just getting in the way of the film.
And there is no political agenda there.
Not that we know of.
Yeah. Not that
and if
I
there
see.
was, we couldn't see. That's the point.
Yeah.
You know, so big pro for me, though. I really enjoy that part of the film.
All right. My last pro is, again, I touched on this in one of the Friday the 13th movies. It's just something I said in a little tidbit that I like the approach with Jaws, you know, not seeing the monster, because they really couldn't make it look good. So not seeing the whole thing and seeing very little of it adds to the suspense of the film. Because really, the enemy you know is less scary than the one that you don't know. You know, you're just like, what am I up against here? I haven't seen it.
Mm.
You know, seeing is believing.
Also, something they did in Halloween as well.
Yes.
You know.
But yeah, that's my last pro for this film.
It's definitely an iconic film, guys. It's a great film. It's a film that we all love. I've never heard anybody say they just don't like them.
No.
I'm sure there's people out there.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
But I've heard people say that they're not their cup of tea, but I've never heard anybody say that it's a bad movie.
Yeah. So, got something else?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right.
You want to talk about your favorite kill?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Well, if there's nothing left, it's favorite kill. And there's already, I did a tag with Bronco here, and a creature feature tag. It's not up yet.
No, I haven't put it up yet.
It will be up soon, but if nobody's seen that tag yet, but if you had, you'd know my reaction for this one, the chest burster scene.
Same thing. Chest burster scene is the best.
Oh, God!
No, no, don't touch it! Don't touch it!
This is BroncoJuggalo saying, see us next time. We're going to be interrupting the aliens next time me and I get together, and we're going to do Terrifier.
Yes.
So, as we were planning on doing last week. Just didn't get done. So.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back with some more aliens films. In the meantime, I've also got Halloween's going, and some Wild Eyes, and a bunch of other stuff. So,
yeah.
Keep tuning in, guys, and I really appreciate it. Thank you all for making my 300 subs contest amazing. That was a lot of fun.
I appreciate it too. Thank you so much.
BroncoJuggalo saying, peace.
And Bill saying, good night.
Hey, you double G-A-L-O.